This is Michael Orrell of MobileBurn.com, and I have with me the LG Sentio for T-Mobile USA. It's currently available for $69.99 with a 2-year contract, or for $179.99 without a contract on an Even More Plus plan. Take a quick look at the box, some specs and features listed on the back, and we'll open it up and see what's inside. Here we have the Sentio itself. You can see it's got a fairly large display, narrow. It's a 3-inch diagonal display. It's wide QVGA resolution, so that's 240 by 400 pixels, but we'll take a better look at that a little bit later. First, let's see what else is in the box. Looks like we've got a start guide and like warranty information, other kind of things like that. USB cable with a micro USB connector on it. That goes with the USB type power adapter. You just plug it right in here or into your computer. And it also comes with a set of stereo headphones with a micro USB connector on it. So we can surmise from that we're not going to find a 3.5mm headphone jack. But this headset does have a nice call button on it, and of course the microphone and everything. So here's the Sentio itself. It's a pretty nice looking little piece of hardware. Feels pretty solid. It's not too big. It's only 11.5mm thick, and it weighs about 93 grams. So let's power it up while we take a look at the hardware design. Let's see, we've got protective covers here on what are probably volume keys. Yeah, volume key and maybe some sort of shortcut key over here. Here is the micro USB charging and headset port. The other side here we've got the camera shutter button. On the back you can see the 3-megapixel camera itself. Up top, another button. It's a lock-unlock button. Lanyard loop fixing point up here in the other corner. Microphone at the bottom. Hardware keys for call send, call end, and a nice dedicated back button. And they're all, of course, physical keys. So let's go through and start by calibrating the device. Use my fingernail here. It's a resistive touchscreen. And it looks like we've got a startup guide, but we're just going to cancel that and see a little tab up here on the home screen, and I guess it's for widgets or something like that. Yeah. Back button. Let's see if we can slide around. Doesn't look like we have other screens to work with. We'll have to drag some more widgets in to see. Put a clock in here. Let's see if we can drag something else as well. And now that the widgets are taking up the space, we can actually scroll up and down. The hardware keys down at the bottom have a nice feel to them. Nice solid click on everything. Jump into the main menu here. You can see it's arranged in tabs. We got phone, multimedia, organizer, and settings. And it's nice to see something a little bit different. It's still nice and organized, easy to use and everything, but just looks visually different. I think that's great since so many menus now are just looking generic. Let's just pop into more just so we see what's here. Looks like it's just a couple of additional features that aren't listed here. Display, and we've got phone themes. Let's see what else we have. Here's a nice white one. So it looks like we've got, those themes appear to be the same. Let's set the white one for now. We'll probably go back to the black though. Brightness settings. I'm liking the user interface quite a bit. There's no scrolling of the icons though, so you have to be careful. As soon as you tap something, if you try to scroll, it's just going to launch automatically. As you can see right there, I mentioned I was pulling up the visual voicemail application. Other features of the device include 3G data, of course, and you've got Bluetooth stereo support, so if you have wireless stereo headphones, you can use those. It's got a 900 milliamp hour battery. Let's see if we can pop open the device and take a look at that. You can see it right there. That's good for 6 hours of talk time or up to 16 days of standby time. Micro SD card slot right here. No card included, but you can of course purchase one pretty cheaply. There's the SIM card as well. I'll show you the unlock screen. I'm going to press the unlock button up top. And you'll see it says slide up to unlock. Kind of cool looking. Contacts. Talking about the mobile backup system, it'll automatically back up your contacts to T-Mobile servers, and then even if you were to buy a different T-Mobile device, you'd be able to restore them quite easily. Looks like we've got support for some photo sharing in the camera. We'll have to check that out because you can see previously defined contacts for Flickr, PhotoBucket, Picasa, and things like that. Group support. Speed dial support as well. If you want to access the dial pad, you hit that soft key there on the home screen. Place a call. Reception on the device, after playing with it for a couple minutes before continuing the video, it seems pretty decent. I've got my hand wrapped around it quite well here, and it's showing still, 2 bars there, which is a lot more than I normally get. I'm going to unlock the screen so I can turn on the speaker. End the call here. Going to activate the camera by pressing the shutter button. It's a fixed focus camera, there's no autofocus at all, so it's pretty easy to use. Just point, click, takes the photo. Press the button again, presumably to take another one. If I tap on the screen, get up settings right here. Very easy to use. Multiple screens of settings. Quite nice. Switch down here, we can go into video recording mode. We're now recording a video. I'm going to move around a bit, maybe try the digital zoom a bit. We'll play that back and see what it looks like. We're now recording a video. I'm going to move around a bit, maybe try the digital zoom a bit. If I tap up here, I can jump into the photo album. Some sample pictures I took. You can see swipe gestures. Doesn't look like there's support for automatic rotation in the camera. So if you shoot in portrait mode, it's going to look a little strange. I'm in the web browser right now. I'm going to show you a couple of things. For one, text input. Portrait mode, of course. Also T9 mode available. If I move the device into landscape mode, though, I can much more easily type. Nice haptic feedback on that when I'm tapping in each letter. Works pretty well. Seems quite accurate. We'll go to the browser. And here's the Mobile Burn mobile web page. Landscape and portrait modes work just fine. And just to see what it looks like, let's try to pull up the full HTML website. And it's not looking so good. Looks like it failed to load completely. It appears to be done and we've got nothing to see for it. Maybe ran out of internal memory, something like that. There we go. So there was some sort of problem, but it's definitely doing better now. Still loading, but moving around, panning, and not too bad. And while waiting for the page to finish loading, we lost it again. So Not exactly sure what's happening here, but definitely a problem with the browser. Yep, there it is. Seems a bit overwhelmed by the complexity of the site, but it's doing a reasonable job of rendering it accurately. See if the volume keys do anything for zooming. They do. Try a double tap. So hard to say. Definitely some raw capability here, but if we were on a proper 3G connection, maybe it'd be working a little bit better. This is T-Mobile's default web-to-go portal. You can see have access to your account information, sites like CNN and such. You can see that appears to be an RSS feed. We'll pull that up, see what it looks like. And again, right now we're on an edge connection, so it's not going to be nearly as fast as if it were on a 3G connection. And it's also worth noting that the 3G capabilities of the Sentio will work in Europe as well. So not just the T-Mobile USA band. And this button I previously showed, if you press that, that brings up a list of actively running tasks, such as Web2Go, and gives you the ability to jump to, say, the home screen or the main menu. Presumably, if I tap that again, I can get back to Web2Go. So you've got relatively decent multitasking capabilities. I'm going to tap on this widget here and create a new text message just so you can see what it looks like. This is T9. This, of course, is the full screen QWERTY. We're going to pick this number here from previously used list and send it off. Go back to the main menu and get messaging, and you can see the conversations. Threaded SMS. I have 2 messages outbound, haven't of course received one since it's an invalid number, but you can see it is properly threaded. Overall, very nice looking system. I'm quite pleased with how the Sentio performs. I'm going to jump into the Social Buzz application that comes preloaded on the device. You can see right now I'm looking at a Facebook stream. There's also Twitter support. You can see we can reply and retweet. Thumbnails normally come across there, so I'm not sure. It's just taking a little bit longer than usual because of the edge connection probably. Compose a new tweet right there. MySpace support as well, but I don't have a MySpace account. Overall looks pretty decent, and of course because of the multitasking you can have it run in the background and it can notify you on the home screen and stuff like that when you have new messages. There are a lot of other functions in the phone. You can see there's an alarm clock here, there's instant messaging support, multimedia support, YouTube client, music player, all that kind of stuff. A lot of things, a lot of features for a non-smartphone. It's really quite a decent little package. Good hardware design, feels solid, the touchscreen's responsive, and the price point's not too horrible. So again, that's the LG Sentio for T-Mobile USA. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.